Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Otaku having coming at you with another manga chapter review of Black Clover 38. Now this chapter starts off with Asta and Locke accepting Finral's request to go pick up girls. And then the whole time you have Noelle in the background. She took a job so she could basically spy on Asta to make sure nothing was going well with him hooking up with new girls. And she's basically just talking shit to everybody that's ordering drinks and stuff. She's doing a very bad job, a very poor job, but the whole reason she's there is to basically spy on Asta, sort of incognito. And Asta and them are trying to pick up girls. They start talking about themselves to introduce themselves to the girls. And Luck is like, I like anything bloody or fight or bloody or gory, basically any good fight. And then everybody's like, well, these guys are kind of out there. And then they notice that Asta was one of the ones to help save the city. She goes, well, I heard Asta you were one of the ones to save the city. And he goes, yeah, but I still managed to get hurt. I have 3 holes in my body now. As he lifts up the shirt to show him. And the girls are like, wow, he's kind of out there. Then Finral was like, "Oh man, I chose the wrong set of people here." He's like, "There's really nobody in the guild to be my wingman. No one to help me pick up girls. No one to go out with like that." So Finral's kind of upset about that. He's 21, in case you were wondering. It says it in the chapter. He's not up on the wiki yet, so there's that. He's a new character, or fairly new at least. And then we move along to what happens after that. They're asked to introduce themselves, the females, and one of them is Ellen. She's a tailor. The tailor is or not. She's the hair cutter. Um, the tailor winds up going with Finral for whatever reason. He says that he can take his magic and take her wherever she wants to go, and she's like, well, yeah, that's awesome. And then the Luck is actually interested in the girl who works at the salon because she can use magic to her hair and she controls her power really well, and that really intrigues Luck because that can make him stronger if he can figure out how to control it on that level. So Luck is interested in this girl. They wound up going somewhere as well, and then Asta's like, "Oh shit, I don't know what to do. I have to break the ice." And then he's like, "What's your favorite food?" He's like, "You don't." She says, "You don't have to keep trying so hard. I don't care. This isn't for me. I just came out because they asked me to." And then they wound up actually hitting it off after Aster winds up talking about his siblings. He's like, I have 5 siblings I take care of all the time. And she goes, that's because she said that she was supposed to come out there to find a man to help her with the siblings. And that, well, the children or siblings that she had. And I said, well, I have 5 siblings myself. I used to take care of them pretty much all the time. I'm the older brother. And you actually give off the older sister kind of vibe. And then they start hitting it off about that. And then some big guy comes over. He goes, "Aren't you the lady that's always with the baby on her back and always working herself to the bone? If you just need somebody to help care with a baby, then I should be plenty enough. You don't need this lowly magic knight." And then he reaches for her arm, and then Asta grabs him and twists him over and breaks the table. And is like, "Next time you see somebody, don't judge a book by their cover. You don't know her situation." And Noelle's like, I quit. Everybody hurry up, let's leave because they just broke the table. They're not trying to pay that, obviously. That's what it looks like. So they all dip out, and Asta winds up talking to Rebecca, the girl he wound up hitting it off with. And the back alley is like, well, Asta, is there anyone that you like? And Asta's like, yeah, my heart's already taken. Mm, Noelle hears this, and he's like, could he be talking about me? Or who is it? And she goes, well, that's fine. I wish you the best of luck. But that doesn't mean I've given up. So she's still going after Asta. And then at the end, we see Finral and Luck basically. Finral's pretty much got tears rolling down his eyes, and Luck's just walking off. They pretty much failed their whole date. They didn't succeed. And the caption's like, poor Finral. We didn't really get much this chapter. This was pretty much like a filler chapter, and in between chapter for the arcs. Maybe the author's trying to catch up a little bit and get something going for the next arc. But overall, I think it was pretty funny. Those are the types of moments that I love in anime. Most people are like, oh, I want to fight anime, I want to go, but I like these little side parts, like things that happen in between the arcs, such as this, and like in One Piece, where they're just sailing in the sea rather than just going out and fighting or something. I actually love those type of scenes. Or in or basically in the very beginning when Asta was talking to the nun, like pretty much the first chapter almost. There really wasn't much to see, but it was that slice of life type stuff. I like slice of life. I don't know, it's just me. But this chapter was I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10 because I enjoyed the slice of life portion of it. Not everybody did. It probably wasn't that great of a chapter, but I really enjoyed it. I like to see how they socialize with girls because that often doesn't happen in any anime. And another thing I would like to add is when Finral was talking about the guild, I mean, this guild is pretty much exactly like Fairy Tail. I mean, there's no way around it. This is basically Fairy Tail's guild, just with different people. They have the same personalities almost. And if you don't think so, tell me why below because I think it's pretty striking resemblance. If you don't, then check out Fairy Tail if you haven't, and then check this out, and you'll see what I'm talking about. But anyway, yeah, 8 out of 10. The art was good. There wasn't any plot progression, but there was character development for Finral for sure. We haven't got to see any of Finral yet. We got to see what happened to Asta as a result of the battle, and we didn't really get much on luck. And we got these three girls that we introduced a new love interest as Rebecca, and Asta's goal is to once he becomes Sorcerer Emperor, um take the girl as his wife, the nun, the sister. And you know he obviously isn't going to be able to do that unless something else changes throughout that time. But let's hope for the best in that. And that's all, guys. Peace.